Rules for Radical Conservatives, Beating the Left at Its Own Game to Take Back America, by David Kahane. Narrated by John Allen Nelson. Copyright 2010 by David Kahane. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Random House, an imprint of the Random House Publishing Group, a division of Random House Incorporated, and was produced in the year 2010 by Tantor Media Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. What's the Constitution among friends? George Washington Plunkett, Tammany Hall. Sympathy for the Devil. An introduction by Kahane. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am the father of David Kahane, whose work you know from the internet and from the pages of the National Review online, and whose rules for radical conservatives you are now holding in your hand. Whether you have purchased this volume or stolen it, as my old friend and compadre in the Revolution, Abbie Hoffman, famously urged in the title of one of his own works, I already know one very important thing about you. In the great, grim battle between left and right, between good and evil, between Satan and St. Michael, between Wormwood and the patient, you have already lost. Welcome to the permanent campaign, permanently to be waged against you until the end of time or our total victory, whichever comes first. Look at yourself in the mirror. What do you see? Don't tell me. I already know. You see a coward, a weakling, a quivering mass of protoplasm, a spineless jellyfish, a neutered creature stripped of dignity and cowering in fear. With what seems like lightning suddenness, as the old sports cliché goes, your world has been turned upside down, the old verities tossed onto the ash heap of history, and you are now face to face with us in all our glory. Finally freed from the masks and the chains, able to reveal ourselves as we really are, cloaked for one brief moment, not in the shade, but by the sun, like something out of Blake. You owe me all, as Mr. Dollarhide says in Red Dragon. And see how neatly I tie up my pop culture, literary, and artistic allusions? Who on your side can do that? This is our time. This is our moment. Stop us if you can. But you won't. Even as we draw the knife blade of nihilism across your throat, you will never muster the will to resist. You are the boiling frog, incrementally heated, accepting of every diminution and indignity, each hotter than the last, until at last you slip blissfully into that dark world to which we pay homage, but in which we ourselves at root fear to tread. Because this one thing we know. You will never fight back against people like us. We have done this to you, and we have done it by design. We have changed up to down, right to wrong, black to white, night to day. Via our silken garrote of political correctness, we have undermined and hamstrung your very ability to think with clarity, to judge with confidence, and to see us for what we really are. We not only want resistance to be futile, we want it to be unthinkable. After all, it's exhausting, this constant fear and worry. Eternal vigilance is a price you're no longer willing to pay for your liberty. Let me whisper in your ear. Lay down your burden. It's easier this way. Come, lay down your heavy load. Go along, get along. Join us. You'll pardon, I trust, such candor from an ostensible stranger. But in fact, you have met me before, many times over the course of the centuries. I was present when the Sodomites came for Lot's guests and rejected his living daughters, and again when his wife turned toward the burning city, listening to the tempting voices in her ears, before the enemy transformed her into a pillar of salt for the simple crime of feminine curiosity. I was there at Belshazzar's feast, when the moving hand writ large upon the wall, Mene, mene, tekel upharsin. As the poet sings, I was there when Pilate washed his hands of the Christ, when the Tsar and his family were murdered, when Oswald's bullet went through the back of Jack Kennedy's head. And speaking of poets, the great Alighieri knew me well, and my allies, consigning us to the various lower circles of his imaginary hell, an amusing anticipatory revenge that we have now rendered moot. Your poets have long warned you about the likes of me. Oh, that anthropomorphical rag that has such demons in it! You agree with Baudelaire that the devil's best deception is convincing you that he doesn't exist.